I don't know about where you guys are, but here in Tulsa, America, we are experiencing the hottest summer we have had in 10 years. We are projected to climb to 105 degrees today, and it will be our 20th day of triple-digit temperatures this year. And just to put that into perspective for you guys, last summer, in summer of 2021, we had one day of 100-degree weather. So in today's video, I thought I would share with you a few recipes and meal ideas that I've been making for my family that are great for summer because they can be prepared and served chilled. Another very hot day here in Tulsa, America, and tonight I'm going to make some Italian sandwiches. So I'll show you how I'm doing that here in just a bit, but first I wanted to prep a fruit salad to go along with these. My son loves fruit salad. I mean, my kids all like fruit, but my son especially is going to be over the moon with this one. I am going to use some cantaloupe, I have some grapes and some blueberries. I also have a pineapple that I need to cut up and a few kiwis. You could probably sub whatever kind of fruit you want, but what I'm going to do to take this up a notch is make a honey lime dressing to go along with it, and I have like a little secret ingredient that I add to mine to make it even better. What I have here is 2 tablespoons of honey and 2 limes, which I zested and then squeezed the juice from. And then I also added 2 tablespoons of water, and I just stirred that all together until the honey was sort of dissolved into the water and the lime juice. Now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of instant vanilla pudding. And the reason why I put this in here is not just to add a little more sweetness, it's because this will help the dressing thicken just a little bit as I toss the fruit with it. So it will actually coat the fruit a little bit better and not just drip all the way down to the bottom of the bowl. I actually stopped by the deli at Walmart and I had them slice up a 1/4 pound of pepperoni and a 1/4 pound of salami. And then I also had her give me a 1/4 pound of ham, which I had her shave really, really finely. And I also have some provolone slices and some lettuce, which I've chopped up pretty thin here, and then some cucumbers as well. We really like cucumbers on our sandwiches like this because they add some crunch to the sandwich. For bread, I got a loaf of French bread and I splurged. Well, they actually didn't have any French bread on the discount bakery rack today, so I was a little disappointed, but I decided I wanted this anyway. It is French bread with garlic and herb, so that will add a little extra flavor to this sandwich. So what I'm gonna do is actually slice this whole loaf lengthwise, and then I will assemble my sandwich with the meats, with the cheese, and I'll put the lettuce and the cucumbers on as well. You could add some pepperoncinis or some olives to this sandwich, but my kids don't really, well, none of us like olives and my kids don't really care for pepperoncinis, so I'm going to keep it just pretty basic and let people add whatever else they want to it. You can dress this sandwich however you like. If you want to add a little mayo or maybe a spicy mustard or some Italian dressing, I think that would be very appropriate. For my sandwich, I just left it plain. I just left it dry for now because my kids will probably just want theirs without any condiments. But for my husband's sandwich and my sandwich, I will probably add a little bit of olive oil and a splash of vinegar and maybe a sprinkling of grated Parmesan cheese and some cracked black pepper as well. And that will finish up ours. And this is going to be so, so delicious, especially alongside that fruit salad, maybe a few crackers or chips to go along with it. And not only was I able to make this in a minimal amount of time, especially when I can prep that fruit salad earlier in the day, I did not have to fire up my oven or my stove or really any other appliance, and we can enjoy this meal chilled on a day when we have hit 104 degrees. I want to thank today's sponsor and longtime supporter of my channel, Thrive Market. Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery retailer on a mission to make healthy living affordable for everybody. You can actually sort their products according to your dietary preference, like vegan or paleo or keto or gluten-free, while you shop on their website from thousands of products that are priced below traditional retail. And if you find a better price elsewhere, because of their savings guarantee, Thrive Market will match it. I I actually shop a lot of the food items for my household. I love to get snack and lunch packing items for my kids. They also have a really great deal on their house brand of pantry staples like seasonings or pasta or canned goods or rice. But you can actually get more than just food items at Thrive Market. They offer a variety of beauty and personal care items, plus household items like cleaners and detergents. To purchase a membership, follow the link in the description box below or go to thrivemarket.com/cmindymom. And when you sign up, you're going to get 30% off your first order plus a free gift worth up to $50. I carefully vet the companies that I work with here on my channel, and one of the things that I love about Thrive Market is that when you purchase an annual membership, which comes out to just around $5 a month, they also gift a membership to a family in need. And this can be a huge blessing to households that have special dietary needs or allergies or food sensitivities and maybe don't have access in their local areas to the kinds of foods that they need. Thank you again to Thrive Market for sponsoring this video. They've been a longtime supporter of my channel. Be sure to visit thrivemarket.com/cmindymom or the link in the description box. And when you sign up for a membership, you're going to get 30% off your first order plus a free gift worth up to $50. Tonight I am making a taco pasta salad for dinner, and I kind of hemmed and hawed a little bit about exactly how I wanted to make this. So I'll share with you how we're making it and how we're eating it, and then try to give a few suggestions along the way for how you might be able to change it up if you wanted to. I am actually browning up some ground beef on the stove right now. I really wanted to have ground beef, like seasoned ground beef, to go along with this. And I also knew that I wanted to do like a cream dressing, like a ranch or a spicy ranch dressing, because I've been doing a lot with vinegar-based dressings lately, so something a little different just sounded good. I made my dressing earlier using a cup of sour cream and a tablespoon each of ranch seasoning and taco seasoning, and then the juice from a lime. And I mixed that all together, and then I added milk to thin it out to the consistency that I wanted, and I just popped that into the fridge. If you wanted an easy route, Hidden Valley makes a Fiesta Ranch seasoning packet, so you can pick up one of those and maybe follow the package directions and just thin it out so it's more of a dressing consistency than a dip consistency. Earlier today, I cooked up about 10 or 12 ounces of pasta, just a little bit more than half a package, and I also raided my refrigerator to see what vegetables I had. I had some bell peppers, I had some red onion, I chopped those up, and I also cubed up some Colby Jack cheese. I put that into a bowl with the pasta after it had cooked, along with one package of black beans, which I drained and rinsed. And at that point, I just mixed that all together and popped the lid on it and put it into the fridge. So to assemble our plates, I'm gonna put some of the pasta and veggie mixture and then top it with the ground beef, maybe some tortilla chips, maybe some fresh diced tomatoes, and then drizzle a little bit of the dressing over the top, maybe a little bit of extra cheese. I have a little bit of feta in there. I might sprinkle a little bit of that on top as well. And the reason I did it this way instead of putting it all together and then letting it sit in the refrigerator is because I wanted to use ground beef, and I'm using 85-15 ground beef, and I feel like some of the fat that the beef renders would, you know, reconstitute, it would solidify again in the refrigerator, and it would just make kind of a weird texture. I just didn't think it would all mix together very well in the refrigerator, so I decided I would just plate them up. So this is kind of like a half chilled, half warm type dinner, which I actually like. I like cottage cheese on my baked potatoes. I like nice cool sour cream on my tacos, so this is gonna hit the spot for me just fine. If you wanted to turn this into a pasta salad that you can make completely ahead of time, you might just wanna use a leaner protein. Like maybe just stick with the beans and not put any meat in it, or maybe some rotisserie chicken that you pulled off the bone, or some shredded chicken breast. Rice is also something that can be used to make up cold salads, much in the same way that we would use pasta to make pasta salads. I have made a roasted corn and pesto rice salad before. I'll track down that recipe and leave it linked in the description box below. And I have also used rice in place of the orzo for the orzo and chickpea pasta salad that I like to make with feta and dill. This morning, I cooked up 1 cup dry of jasmine rice, so that comes up to about 2 cups cooked, and I combined that with a chopped zucchini and with some grape tomatoes that I halved. I had that kind of hanging out in my refrigerator, but you could change up the vegetables if you wanted to. I drizzled a little bit of olive oil and vinegar over that and just seasoned it with salt and pepper, gave that a stir, and then popped it into the fridge. I am going to plate that up using some leftover chicken from last night. This is a great way to use up leftovers, maybe from grilling the night before. And I'm also going to add a little bit of crispy bacon crumbles on top of that and some feta cheese. I have also eaten this kind of salad with cottage cheese as a little bit of a protein boost if I don't have any leftover meats that I wanted to use. We do still like to partake of dessert occasionally in the summertime, and I did show in a recent crockpot video how I made some cookie bars using my slow cooker. But typically speaking, cookies and cakes aren't something that you would find frequently in my kitchen, at least not homemade ones in the summertime, because I really don't want to fire up my oven if I can avoid it. And there's only so many popsicles and ice cream bars a person can eat. Actually, that's not true. I can probably eat an endless number of popsicles and ice cream bars, but it's still nice to have something different once in a while, right? In my most recent pantry cooking video, I shared with you guys a recipe for my mom's peanut butter pie, so I will leave that video linked in the description box below. And I have also shared with you guys, I think a few different times, a pie that I make a lot in the summertime that uses yogurt and just a handful of ingredients to create a really yummy frozen dessert. Several of you have mentioned something called lemonade pie and have shared some recipes with me for that. So I thought I would attempt kind of my own little version of a lemonade pie today, and I'll show you what I'm doing to make that. So, confession, friends, future Mindy hopping on here to say that I tried to do something different with the lemonade pie. I tried to put my own spin on it and make a crust from vanilla cookies and add pudding mix and strawberries, and the result was just not great. It just wasn't something that I wanted to pass along to you guys. But I was determined to put this recipe in this video, so I decided to go back to the most basic version of this recipe, which is just 4 ingredients: frozen lemonade concentrate, sweetened condensed milk, 8 ounces of whipped topping, aka Cool Whip, and a graham cracker crust. So I went to the store to pick up some more ingredients, and my Walmart was out of the lemonade concentrate, but they had limeade concentrate. So I thought, we'll see if we can make this work. And then when I got home, I discovered that my graham cracker crust looks like this. It's a little bit worse for the wear. It's gonna be a frozen pie, we can make it work, right? And then when I went to the pantry, I realized that I did not have sweetened condensed milk. I had table cream, which is a little different. Back to the store I went to pick up sweetened condensed milk. I am determined. This pie has plagued me, but I am determined to get some version of it into this video. So I'm going to combine the sweetened condensed milk and the limeade, and then I'm going to fold in the whipped topping, pour that into the graham cracker crust, and then toss that into the freezer. And a few hours, 4, 5, 6 hours, maybe tomorrow, when we get around to slicing up the pie, I'll let you know how it works out. Fingers crossed. 3rd time, 4th time, 5th time, whatever time this is the charm. Well, this is still going par for the course because the filling is too big for the pie crust and it is spilling everywhere. Okay, so for all of the headaches that this pie gave me, it turned out really, really good. This is absolutely delicious and so simple. I actually did let this stay in the freezer overnight, so it's the day after. It's really delicious, very refreshing. Worked fine with the limeade, would be delicious with the lemonade, I think, too. So definitely try this if you have not. Now, this is not the first time that I have featured recipes that can be eaten cold. In fact, I've mentioned several things just in the past few months. So I will see if I can track down some of those videos or links to those recipes and leave them in the description box below. Things like the salsa chicken pinwheels that I mentioned in a lunches video, because I like to prep a lot of those and have them available for lunches and snacks. Lots of ideas and variations on pasta salad recipes, including one that has become a favorite of ours this summer that I featured in a budget meal plan back in June. It features pasta and chickpeas and some sliced up pepperonis and mozzarella cheese sticks and a really simple dressing that you can probably make from things that you already have on hand in your spice cabinet. I've also done a video featuring a 2-ingredient meal hack, so I called it, which is basically a prepared rotisserie chicken where I take all the meat off the bone, and then a prepared dip, like a ranch style dip or a spinach and artichoke dip that I get from the deli. Mix that all together, and then I can use it lots of different ways, like with pasta or rice or potatoes, or in the summertime, I can put it into tortillas for wraps, on top of lettuce for salads, or even make sandwiches out of it. And when I want something cool for dinner, but I'm just tired of cooking or preparing food, I like to check out what's available in my deli, at my Walmart, or at my local grocery store, because there are usually lots of great items that I can use to create charcuterie, like fresh fruit and vegetables, lots of different meats and cheeses, different kind of dips or bread. I have also picked up fried chicken or chicken tenders and just popped them into my refrigerator to chill, and then diced those up to use with salads or with sandwiches. Lots of different ways that I can use those things, and fried chicken, it's pretty good cold, am I right? I hope that gives you guys some ideas. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite meal that you can serve chilled on a really hot summer day? And thank you again to Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check out that link in the description box, or visit thrivemarket.com/cmindymom. I feel like it never fails. Whenever I start filming the dishwasher, the disposal starts running. Every time. But that's okay. Thank you, dishwasher. I thank you for your work. Meals that I fed my family that uses yogurt and just a handful of ingredients.